Good evening. Right, we'll be talking about subtractors. Okay, we have gone about sub-adders, full adder, and triple carry adder. Now we'll be discussing about subtractors. What is a subtractor? Right, subtractors, that is whatever the negative number. Okay, whatever the negative number is there, you will be taking 2's complement of that number and adding it to that number. See, that means if suppose a minus b you have to do, what you will be doing, you take the 2's complement of this number and add it to this, you will be getting a subtraction. Right, suppose let us assume that I want to subtract 6 from 3. It is nothing but 3. Okay, how I will be representing 6? 6, how I will be representing 0, 110. Right, how I will be representing 3 is nothing but 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, in binary. So now what I have to do, take 2's complement of this number. You should take 2's complement of this number and add to that. See, how you will be taking 2's complement of this number? First perform 1's complement. What will be our 1's complement? 1, 1, 0, 0, and add plus 1. That is nothing but plus 1. If we do, what will be your answer? 0 plus 1 is 1, 0, 1, 1. So add it to this number. See, this is 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1, 0, 1. What will be our answer? 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is some 0, carry 1, 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. See here, now here we have been doing all the additions only, never we did not subtract, as you will be subtracting from 6 from 3 is 3, like that you will be doing. But whereas in binary calculations we did not do that subtractions, we just added it. Everything we are doing addition. So if we want to, in order to reduce that circuit complexity, we have been using adder as a subtractor also. Okay, so by taking 2's complement of that number, if you see here 0, 0, 1, 1 indicates your 3, that is nothing but your 3. Okay, so you have to take the 2's complement. This is your binary parallel adder cum subtractor. That means this only one circuit which performs both addition as well as subtraction operation. Okay, instead of separate circuits for addition and subtraction, this only one circuit which will do both addition as well as subtractions. Okay, let us consider one example and we'll be seeing how this is going to work as a addition, as a subtraction. We'll be seeing it. As we have took the last 6 minus 3, that is nothing but 3. Okay, again how you will be representing with 6 is nothing but 0, 110, 6, 0, 110, 3, 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so now you will be providing all those values, that is, this is your A, this is your B. Okay, that is, see here, 0, 1, 1, 0, that is A0, A1, A2, A3 I have provided it, as well as B0, B1, B2, B3 I should provide, right? So what will be our B0? 1, 1, 0, 0. Suppose let us I am considering C0 is equivalent to 0. Okay, so you will be getting 0 here. See, all the inputs I am representing with a 0. Okay, now what will be the outputs of your full adder? Full adder outputs, what will be your outputs of full adder? See here, you have got like, see, XOR, different inputs, output will be 1. As you know that in XOR gate, different inputs, output will be 1, and different inputs, output will be 1. As the same inputs, output will be 0, and same inputs, output will be 0. So now consider this full adder. See, this consider full adder. You will be getting 1, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0 means sum is equivalent to 1, carry input is equivalent to 0. So you are provided with 1, 1, 0. 1 plus 1 is sum 1, carry 1 plus 1, sorry, 1 plus 1 sum 0, carry 1. At the same time 1 plus 1 1 plus 1 sum 0, carry 1, 1 0 0 1, 0 0 1 will be sum be 0, that is nothing but 1 0 0 1, that is a 9. You have got that 9 as an answer. That means it is adding all the A 4 bits and B 4 bits, it is providing 9 as my sum. Now coming with the subtraction, how it is going to subtract, how this circuit is going to act as a subtractor also. A is provided with 6 and B is provided with 3. That means 6 means 0 1 1 0, 3 0 0 1 1. Okay, now A minus 3 you have to do 3, right? That is taking 2's complement of this number 1 1 0 0, like 1's complement, and add plus 1 also, right? Plus 1 if you do 1 1 0 1, this is your 2's complement of B. Now you will be adding to 6 0 1 1 0. What will be your answer? 1 1, 1 plus 1 will be sum 0, carry 1, 1 plus 1 sum 0, carry 1. So this is MSB and this represents your 3, that is nothing but this is your sign. Okay, this represents your plus 3 value. Okay, 0 0 1 1 is nothing but your 3, as you got, see, 6 minus 3 is plus 3. Now how you will be doing with this? Okay, so in order to do subtraction you will be considering S is equivalent to 1. Okay, if at all S is equivalent to 1, see here, if C0 is equivalent to 1, the same C1 will be provided here 1 1. Okay, 1 1. Now write all the A and B values. What is A and B values? A is provided with 0 1 1 0. So 0 1 1 0. I have kept all my A values. Now what is your B values? 0 0 1 1. So it is provided with 0 0, sorry, like from least significant bit 1 1 0 0, right? 1 1 0 0, at the same time 1. See, what is your output of this XOR gate? Same inputs, output will be 0, and same inputs, output will be 0. Different inputs, output will be 1. Different inputs, output will be 1. Consider this one. You are provided with a full adder like 0 0 1. 0 0 1 will be sum 1, carry 0. At the same time 0 1 0, 0 1 0, sum 1, carry will be 0. Double 1 0, sum 0, carry 1. 1 0 1, 1 0 1, sum is equivalent to 0, carry is equivalent to 1. So see here 0 0 1 1, it indicates your 3. So you have got 0 0 1 1. So the same circuit, if S is equivalent to 1, it is performing subtraction operation. If S is equivalent to 0, it is performing addition operation. So it is used as both adder cum subtractor. Okay. Right. What is a carry look ahead adder? Okay, how does a carry look ahead adder works? We'll be seeing here. See, a simple 1-bit full adder, it takes 3 inputs like A, B as well as C as an input, provides sum and carry. Okay, it takes C in, that is like 1-bit full adder. If I ask you to design a 2-bit full adder, a 2-bit full adder, which it will take A is of 2 bits, B is of 2 bits, provide sum of 2 bits as well as carry of 1 bit. See, that is nothing but A is of 2 bits like A0 and A1, and B is of 2 bits like B0 and B1, like 0 0 1 1. It is going to add 0 plus 1 sum 1 and 0 plus 1 sum 1. These two are the sums. Carry is equivalent to 0, like that. This is your 2-bit full adder. If at all 4-bit full adder, you will be knowing it, as you know, right? See, this is a 4-bit triple carry adder. As you know that I have already explained. Right? What is a 4-bit triple carry adder? That it takes, like it is 4-bit, A is of 4 bits. A is of 4 bits. At the same time, B is of 4 bits. It is generating sum of 4 bits and as well as carry. Okay. Now see here, if at all carry input is equivalent to 0, it will add. That is sum is equivalent to A XOR B XOR C you will be getting. And whatever the carry that will be generated, that will be propagated to this, as you will be doing like as a paper and pen. Right. If you want to add, like suppose 35 63 plus 23 45, as you will be adding, see here, you cannot get the answer for this. Okay, until and unless you will be getting the carry from this will be propagated to here, then only you will be getting the answer. Like 5 plus 3 is 8, 6 plus 4 10 0 1, like that. So you cannot do that addition. Similarly, here also, until and unless you will be getting the carry over here, you cannot get some S3 as well as C4. Until and unless you get C3, you cannot get S3 and C4. That is what the main drawback of this ripple carry adder. So it has to wait for the carry 1 to be generated from this circuit. Whenever carry 1 is generated, even though its input are available, I hope people are clear, right? Even though inputs are available, it has to wait for C1 to generate and provide it to it. Whenever C1 is generated from this will be given, then only it performs addition and it will provide a carry, sum and carry. At the same time, if you see, suppose like higher order systems, like if at all you are generating like 25-bit ripple carry adder, 25-bit ripple carry adder, so how much delay it takes? It has to add all 25 bits. Okay, I am providing all 25 inputs, but it has to wait for carry 1, carry 2, carry 3, so on. Suppose if I want to generate a C26, means it has to complete all the additions and then it will be providing C26. So when coming to the higher bit additions, like 64-bit or 32-bit additions, all that, you will be this is a major drawback. Okay, there will be so much delay, right? See here, like A0 and B0 and Cin is the lowest bit adder generates S0 and C1 in 2 gate delay. You will be providing some 2 gate delay. If you see the internal circuitry of this full adder, you will have 2 gate delays. Okay, like that. So this is the main drawback, is that it has to wait for C3 to generate, and how this C3 will be generating? With the help of C2, like that. So there is a propagation delay because of this carry. Okay, that can be overcome by the next one. See here, carry propagation forms a long sequence weight chain, hence RCA is slow. Has to propagate all this carry, there will be so much drawback. Next, the critical component each bit adder waits is the carry input. It has to wait for that carry input to be generated. Okay, instead of generating and propagating carry bit by bit, can we generate all of them in parallel? See, as we are telling that the carry input is generated, that will be propagated to the next bit. Whatever the carry input is generated, that can be propagated to the next bit. So instead of all this chain, can I break this chain so that I can generate a carry by its own? If this circuit can able to generate a carry of its own, so it will be providing it some. It need not wait for another circuitry to give its inputs. So that can be, that is the order of, that is the idea of that carry look ahead adder. Yes, this is exactly the idea of carry look ahead adder, where it breaks the chain of propagating the carry. Okay, carry has to be propagated to the higher order bit. So that idea was break by carry look ahead adder. Now consider a truth table for full adder, as it is like 3 inputs, like C in A and B are your 3 inputs. Okay, 2 outputs, sum and carry. See here, see, as where the carry is being generated or propagated, see here, I got C as 1 here, even though I am not at all providing carry input. Okay, I am not providing carry input. If A and B both are 1, I am getting carry is generated. So I call it as carry is generated when A and B both has to be 1. So I will be writing CG, that is carry is generated when both A and B are 1. See here, if at all carry is provided, what happens? The carry is, this is called a carry propagate. When carry is being propagated, see here, when carry is being propagated, when I get different inputs. Okay, A and B are of different inputs. Like any one of the input is 1, output is 1, carry output is 1. So I call it as A plus B. Okay, or else I can call it as A XOR B also. A XOR B also. Why? Because like see, different inputs, output is 1. Okay, same inputs, output will be 0. Like this is called a carry propagate, this is called a carry generate. Okay, see, this is given by some simple expression, that is GI, that is nothing but carry is generated. GI is equivalent to AI into BI, that is carry is generated, and carry is propagated, that is PI can be written as AI plus BI. Okay, now consider, suppose G naught is provided, carry is generated, so that is nothing but A naught into B naught, whereas P naught is nothing but your A naught plus B naught. This is your G naught, this is your P naught. See why I am explaining all this, because you will be using it in the next slide. Okay, next, if it is like Z1, how Z1 and how P1 are used? Let's see here, G1 will be A1 into B1, as well as see here A1 plus B1. This is your G1 P1. Similarly, what will be your G2 and P2? How that means your carry is being generated, and whenever these two will be adding, your carry is propagated to the next higher order bit. Okay, see, that is nothing but A2 into B2, P2 is nothing but A2 plus B2. So like this you will be generating your how carry is going to be generated with the help of A naught B naught, A1 B1 and A2 B. See here, it is taking a 4-bit CLA, that means A is of 4 bits and B is of 4 bits. Right, A is of 4 bits and B is of 4 bits it is taking. Okay, along with C naught as an input, carry naught. Okay, if this is like excuse me, see, this is the generalized expression for the carry to be generated. Okay, so whatever the carries that are generated, the generalized expression is this one. So suppose you provide I is equivalent to 0. See, the generalized expression for Ci plus 1 is Ci plus 1 is equivalent to Gi plus Pi into Ci. Like I is equivalent to 0, if at all I is equivalent to 0, C1 which is equivalent to G0 plus P0 into C0. Again, what is your C1 if at all I is equivalent to 1? Okay, if at all I is provided with 1, that is C2 is equivalent to G1 plus what is your I? I is 1, that is P1 into C1, like that. So again you have to substitute. What is C1 here? You have got here. Okay, and again you know that what is your G and P. What is your G and P? C1 is equivalent to your G. How a carry is generated, as I have explained. How a carry is generated? Carry generated is equivalent to A into B. How carry is being propagated? A plus B. So substitute here. See, substitute here, you will be getting it. See how, what is your G naught? G naught is equivalent to A naught into B naught. See, A naught into B naught plus what is your P naught? A naught plus B naught. So A naught plus B naught into what is your C naught? What is your C naught? As you have been provided here, that is your C naught. So this carry 1 is generated with the help of A naught. See here, Ci plus 1 which is equivalent to Gi plus Pi into Ci. Okay. See here, if suppose I is equivalent to 0, if at all I is equivalent to 0, substitute here C1 which is equivalent to Z0 plus P0 into C0. Okay, if I is equivalent to 1, that is C2 is equivalent to G1 plus P1 into C1. If I is equivalent to 2, you are provided with C3. C3 is equivalent to G2 plus P2 into C2. Right, I am just substituting in place of I. Okay, if I is equivalent to 3, C4 is equivalent to I is equivalent to 3 G3 plus P3 into C3. If I is equivalent to 4, C5 which is equivalent to G4 plus P4 into C4. Okay, see here, that means what I am telling here, this C5 depends upon your C4. See here also, as in case of ripple carry adder, this C5 is generated with the help of C4. In the same way here also, then how it is going to be differ? Just substitute all your G and P values, then you will be finding it. See here, what is your Gi is equivalent to Ai into Bi. What is your Pi is equivalent to Ai plus Bi. Okay, substitute here. G naught can be written as A naught into B naught plus what is your P naught? That is A naught plus B naught into C naught. Okay, as you have been given A naught, B naught and C naught, you can directly calculate C1. Okay, again, what is your G1? G1 can be written as A1 into B1 plus P1. P1 is nothing but A1 plus B1 into what is your C1? C1 is nothing but this whole expression. Substitute this whole expression over here. See, that is nothing but A naught B naught plus A naught plus B naught into C naught. That means, see, this is the main advantage. Look at here carefully, where C2 is generating its carry with the help of A and B bits. That means it is taking simultaneously. See, you are having 4 full ladders. Suppose let us assume that this is one full ladder, this is another full ladder. Okay, it is taking A naught, B naught and C naught as your inputs and providing S naught and C carry. At the same time, this is also taking A1, B1, okay, as well as C1, providing some S1 and carry 1. Okay, but see here, whatever the carry generated from this has to be propagated to here. Instead, what it is doing, it is generating, this full ladder is generating its carry. How it is going to generate? By taking all these 3 bits, simultaneously you are applying these 3 bits to here. At the same time, this is also having another combinational circuit such that whatever all these inputs will be provided to here also. Okay, all these 3 inputs simultaneously you are applying here, and the same way simultaneously you will be provided to this, so you will be getting S1 and carry 1. Okay, so it need not wait for the carry to be generated from here and propagate to here. So if you see here, C2 is generated with the help of A1, B1, A0, B0 and C0. That means it is taking all, this is like 16-bit ripple adder is built from 74 by 283 adders. Right, it is taking like 74 by 283. It is nothing but 74 by 283 is 4-bit adder. That means it is taking off 74 by 283. It is a 4-bit triple adder, so it is taking 4 A of 4 bits and B is of 4 bits and providing sum of 4 bits. Okay, whereas carry. Okay, so if I want to generate a 16-bit adder, if I want to design a 16-bit adder, I will be taking 4 full adders like this. If at all I will be taking 4 full adders like this, see, like A0 to A4. Again, the next full adder will be taking A5, A8 as well as B5 to B9, like that. Again, another one more full adder, it is taking from A10 to A15. At the same time, B10 to B15. So I am generating like A0 to A15, like 16 bits. A is taking 16 bits and B is taking 16 bits into 4 full adders.